My name is Jake. I've lost everything I ever loved. My mother,
I can't escape the
my fiancée,
silence.
my home. Grief is my curse,
Every
but also my
memory
gift.
cuts like fire.
I walk this broken world, carrying the weight of pain and helping others carry
Still
theirs.
screaming in the choir. My chest is
I am
heavy,
Jake.
my hands
I
are
am
cold.
Grief Guy.
Grief is a story that never grows old.
Chapter 5. The Town That Forgot. Jake arrived just before sunset. The sign read, "Welcome to Halbrook, where memory lives forever." But someone had scratched out the last word. What was left read simply, "Where memory lives." The streets were clean, almost too clean. No litter, no movement, no sound. Just wind whispering through sycamore trees and empty swings creaking at the park. Something about the town felt sterilized, as if someone had scrubbed grief right out of it. Jake walked past a small bookstore, no in memoriam shelf, past a church bulletin board, no funeral announcements. Even the graveyard behind the chapel looked abandoned, headstones crumbling, names half erased. He stopped at a coffee shop where the chalkboard menu still had yesterday's date. August 14th. It was October 3rd. Inside, the young woman behind the counter stared at Jake like she'd forgotten what strangers looked like. "You knew?" she asked. Jake nodded. "Just passing through." She blinked. "Passing through what?" He paused. "Grief, I think." Her hands trembled as she poured his coffee. When Jake sat, he noticed a dusty corkboard on the far wall filled with pinned photos, all blank. Just faded squares of paper, their ink completely gone. He pointed to them. "Who are they?" The girl hesitated. I don't know. I come here every day and I feel like I should, but..." Her eyes welled. "I think they were regulars." That night, Jake stayed at a rundown motel on the edge of town. The clerk at the front desk couldn't remember how long he'd worked there, or his own last name. Jake sat on the bed and tried to think it through. This wasn't a ghost. It wasn't a haunting. It was a grief rot, something deep, infectious, ancient. He scribbled notes in his journal. No visible pain, no public mourning, names vanish from memory. Time seems off, emotional flattening. He closed the book and listened, and somewhere outside, faint, warbled, came the sound of a child calling for their mother. Over and over. The next morning, Jake visited the local library. Dust clung to the books like spider webs. The librarian smiled politely but couldn't tell him the last funeral she'd attended, or who had ever run the flower shop next door, though the door was still open. Jake dug into the archives. Newspapers dated back 70 years. He flipped through the most recent pages. No obituaries, no crime reports, no anniversaries of loss. Just school announcements, bake sales, local zoning meetings. Death didn't exist here. And then Jake found the first crack. A small article from 8 years ago, circled in red ink. Local boy Timothy Raines, 9, died of complications following a bee sting. Survived by mother, June Raines. Jake scanned through more recent issues. No mention of June Raines. He went to the town census database. June Raines, no record. Timothy Raines, erased. He dug further. The deeper he looked, the more names vanished. People weren't just being forgotten. They were being systematically removed. Jake found the last living person who remembered. An old man named Wendell Harper, locked away in a care home on the edge of town. Wendell sat in a room full of photo albums, page after page of blank, faded photos. Jake approached him slowly. "You remember them, don't you?" Wendell's eyes twitched. "I tried not to. Tried to let it happen. Easier, they said. Who said?" "The council, the ones in the white coats. They came after the flood. Said grief was a disease. Said we had to cleanse it before it consumed us." Jake stiffened. "You let them erase people?" Wendell wept. "At first, they just wanted the memories. Said they'd store them, make them safe. But then names started to go. Then faces. Then the people themselves," Jake whispered. "Why don't you forget?" Wendell looked at the albums. "Because I wanted to hurt. Because I loved them too much to let go." That night, Jake stood in the center of town. He held a photo of his own, of a woman he never met, found in his duffel long ago. Faded, almost blank now. He held it to the sky, and he remembered. Not the details, not her name, just the weight, the ache, the grief. It pulsed from him like a wave, and the air changed. The lights in the town flickered. The blank photos on the cafe wall began to bleed images back onto themselves, slowly, like wounds reopening. Faces returned, names echoed. Screams filled the silence. Mothers cried for children. Children ran to graveyards. Wives gasped their husbands' names like resurrection. Jake dropped to his knees. The town remembered. And the pain returned, like a tsunami after still waters. Jake left the next morning. Nobody stopped him. Everyone was grieving, and in that grief, they were whole again.
Yo, picture this, city sleeps, but my grind ain't stopping. Grief guy on the beat, got the emotional drives popping. Ain't no cape, no mask, just a heavy heart and soul. Navigating the trauma, trying to make myself whole. They call me sad boy, the blues man, whatever fits the bill. But I'm processing the pain with a lyrical thrill. From the funeral haze to the silent empty room, turning all that agony into a rhythm boom. Heartbreak on repeat, yeah, that's my daily tune. But every single teardrop fuels a deeper groove soon. Gotta face the shadows, gotta dance with the despair. Before the drop comes heavy, can you feel it in the air? Oh, the adventures of grief guide through the darkness, watch my spirit fly. Oh, ain't no time to cry, just feel the beat, let the bass testify. Yeah, I'm grief guy taking sorrow to the club, turning teardrops into fire. Ain't no emotional scrub, yeah. Stepping into the last neon glow, I'm close, moving through the crowd, finding solace in this space. I'll be steady, pulsing, the rhythm for the herd. Sweating out the sadness, lifting up my dusty shirt. Got my headphones on, blocking out the judging stares. Embracing every broken piece, tackling all my fears. From the silent walks at dawn to the rave till early light. 3 guys on a mission, making everything alright. Heartbreak on repeat, yeah, that's my daily tune. But every single teardrop fuels a deeper groove. So gotta face the shadows, gotta dance with the despair. Before the drop comes heavy, can you feel it in the air? Oh, the adventures of grief, guide through the darkness, watch my spirit fly. Oh, ain't no time to cry, just feel the beat, let the bass testify. Yeah, I'm grief, got taking sorrow to the club, turning teardrops into fire. No emotional scrub, yeah. Oh, the adventures of grief, guide through the darkness, watch my spirit fly. They say you gotta mourn, gotta feel it all profound. But what if the profound becomes the most incredible sound? What if the emptiness, the ache deep in your core becomes the driving force that makes you want more? More life, more love, more rhythm in your soul. Taking back control, making myself whole. Feel the beat, let the bass testify. Oh, the adventures of grief fly through the darkness, watch my spirit fly. Oh, ain't no time to cry, just feel the beat, let the bass testify.